The venue does not then come to me and say, look, these people are saying you're going to say this. And I'd say, look, go on my website and you'll see a video, a 10-hour talk that I've been doing for the last 2 years. Show me where there's any anti-Semitism or racism in it. Quite the opposite, because what I'm saying is, ironically, we need to put down these irrelevant manufactured fault lines of race and religion and culture and colour that divide us, and realize that we're actually all one consciousness having different experiences, and that we've got caught in the illusion that the experiences of who we are when we are that consciousness that's having the experiences. So I am presenting what you could easily call the ultimate non-racist view of life, because I say race is a nonsense and an irrelevance and an illusion. Tell absolute lies about what I'm saying. And they destroy freedom of speech and someone's A, ability to speak in public, and B, the people to take the choice to listen. That was the sold out event in Leicester, my hometown. And then what these ultra-Zionist hate groups do is they then contact the media when a venue cancels because of them, and they say the event's been cancelled because the venue realised he's a Holocaust denier and an anti-Semite. Of course, the media then repeat that, and you see a headline like Holocaust denier David Icke's event cancelled. And when this has appeared on these mainstream news sites on the internet, I've contacted them, every single one. I don't usually, but in this case you have to. And I've said, before I call my lawyers, would you please send me the evidence you have to support that headline? In every single case bar none, they take it down in minutes, because they have none. All they've done is repeated what these ultra-Zionist hate groups have said. And what we are now seeing, and there's been a number of examples this week as we speak, is more and more Jewish people are coming out and saying to these, about these hate groups, you don't speak for us. And there's one guy on the internet, a story that was broke today, a Jewish man who did a video on YouTube, basically saying to these ultra-Zionist hate groups, I'm Jewish and you don't speak for me. In fact, you're causing anti-Semitism by what you're doing. He had his video deleted, right? So when you've got Jewish people speaking out against Israel and the Israeli government, that's really bad, because it's very hard to paint them as racist against Jews when they are Jews. So they are targeted even more fiercely by these ultra-Zionist hate groups than people who aren't Jewish. And their freedom of speech is disappearing. And what we need to do is come together, all of us who are being blatantly defamed and misrepresented by these groups. And they are very few in number, but very well funded, and jointly expose what they're doing, because they are destroying freedom of speech in an ever gathering way, week after week after week. And if it goes on, there will be no body who can speak in public and challenge the official narrative, because they'll all be banned. That's where we're going.
And do you think, because I've noticed on Facebook with some of the changes in algorithm and the reduction of the reach and the Cambridge Analytica and all that, I think people are starting to get a bit pissed off with it now. And there's, I mean, like some of the things you're saying, I know you're talking about certain races, religions, etc. But I just see a lot of people online going, wait a minute now, you're it's censoring sometimes, but just, I know a lot of my posts, they go to 1% of my audience.
Yeah, exactly.
These are people that found me for the last 10 years that want to follow me, and I've built this over time.
This is
you
the
have
Ghost
your
Panic.
Facebook group. Yeah, and then if it's not in the format that they want, you know, so like video, they'll do it, but you know, yeah. So do you think people are like, had enough now?
Oh, they're getting sick of it. Of course they're getting sick of it as they begin to understand the scale of it and where this ultimately is going to lead, which will be silencing any dissent whatsoever. That's what it's all about. And you know what sickens me more than anything else about these ultra-Zionist hate groups is that they are exploiting. I mean, it almost is incomprehensible to think that they are exploiting what happened to Jewish people in Nazi Germany. Something I'm supposed to be denying according to them. They are exploiting the horrors of what happened to Jewish people in Nazi Germany, and others, by the way, to pursue an agenda of silencing dissent today. That is beyond sickening, turns my stomach. And they need to be called out on it. Because, you know, in terms of me, they've taken on the wrong guy. Because I don't give a damn what people think of me. But I do give a damn about people having a right to have an opinion, even if I don't agree with it. And a lot of people, when they're faced with this, they run or they give up. When people try to silence me, I just run at them even quicker. And if you don't give up and you speak your truth and you're not spewing out hatred and all this other stuff, but you're talking about the need to love each other and the need to put down the fault lines that divide us, then it's a power in itself which true hatred, which is that trying to silence you, can't cope with. You know, when true hatred, like these ultra-Zionist hate groups, come into conflict with true hatred, which is some of these far-right operations, then that's a different dynamic, because that's hate fighting hate. But when hate's trying to silence, or hate trying to silence hate, but when hate's trying to silence someone who's trying to articulate how hatred is how we got into this mess, how allowing the fault lines to divide us is how we got into this mess, then that dynamic is different. And that's why they struggle with